All right, Trey 711. Excuse me. The deuce and the nine. Hoover Hay to the cultural enthusiasts, the Hoover Knights, the Hoover Collective, and most definitely to the people. We are here again. You got to say you're either blessed or fortunate. You choose. Lots been going on. A lot has been going on, man. Uh, I like for the people, come on in and let's get it going. Let's chop this thing up like we always do. Let's touch some bases, man. We probably haven't touched already, which is always a good thing, man. We got to put this stuff in the atmosphere. We got to start creating content amongst each other. Let's not allow content to be dropped in our laps, or served to us. I've been saying lately, man, we're dealing with a culture that's not our own. I think that it's a subculture. It's been implanted, and it's been implanted for a lot of reasons, man, that we're starting to begin, or we're beginning to understand. All right. Right quick, I want to send a shout out to my baby, man. I love you. You know the business, all right? I ain't gonna get all, cupcakey on this get down and stuff, but it's no doubt that I love you, and anybody that know me know I love you. All right. So hey, shout out to you. What it do, Anthony Franklin? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello. How are you? Hey, man, like I said, I'm waiting on the people to come in. Let's start a dialogue. I've been checking out a few things, man, that's going on, and I'm telling you, people, it's coming. It's coming. When they did what they did with the Hispanics, I was saying, hey, man, that's just them for right now. He's coming for us, or they are coming for us. It's just how it is. In Washington, D.C., in the District of Columbia, they have enacted this law out there, man, on them brothers right now. Right now. He evoked some law, 740 of the Home Rule Act. That's some deep stuff, man. So he's able to bring in Secret Service, the Capitol Police, the FBI, Homeland Security, anybody he chooses to bring in and police our communities. Now, the reason for this, he says too much violence from those young people who are always high in the streets, robbing people, carjacking, killing, drugged out, whatever the case may be, is what he's using as his premise to enact or evoke this section. Is Section 740 of the Home Rule Act. Y'all got to check it out, man. So I'm saying that to say this: if he's initiated that in D.C., and it's damn near borderline martial law, not necessarily, but close to it. Close to it. He's policing the streets with federal agents. All right. So you brothers better wake up, man. If he's willing to do that in DC, his next win will be, well, what other state can we go to do this? And believe you me, he hate the officials of the so-called politicians in California, and he's looking for any way to upset them. But not only that, his agenda is what it is. It is what it is, people. And again, this is not something that's new in terms of our discussions, in terms of the president and what he really wants to do. So when we sit up and we sit back and we watch what's going on with the Hispanics, just know, man, that we're next. And it's not going to be far off. Trust that. He's looking at California. He's looking at Los Angeles. You got to know that, man. And that's for you young brothers, man, and anybody else who's out there, man, and you're not being mindful of what's coming down the pipes. Again, man, there's a lot at stake. There's a lot of reasons why he's doing this. Again, Olympics is one thing. This guy's a businessman. He want business above board. He don't want nothing interfering with money that they can put in their coffers. Olympics is $1 billion. Man, there's so many money and so much money in that it's not even funny. They got it lined up. They have an agenda. So they started in D.C., District of Columbia, which is not even a state in the union, man. Anybody that know this. And I'm trying to figure out how he was able to do that, because it's really not subjected to state laws, even to some extent federal laws, certain laws, in under the Fed charter, or the penal code or whatever. But he's making it happen. He's making it happen. And if he's doing that in DC, guess what? He's on his way. He's on his way. And like I say, especially Los Angeles, especially. So that said, man, let's see if we can't start some dialogue, some back and forth in terms of what we see, or not only what we see, because we all see it, man. But the dialogue we can have, man, the dialogue that would bring about ideas and solutions that we can start exchanging for those in the communities who are proactive. Let's call it what it is. A lot of us are very proactive. A lot of us see what's happening, man. And a lot of us are frustrated with our own, because we seem to be the only ones who are mindful of what's really taking place in our communities. It's on and cracking, man. We're in mid-August, man, and trust, before this shit is up, there's going to be a whole lot more going on. Now you couple that, or you compile that with, the culture, what's happening in the culture. And the culture is, in my opinion, it's a precedent. You know what I mean? So the culture is what? Mainly social media. Social media is the engine that drives the thinking and the actions of a lot of our people. Let's be 100. Let's be 100 about that, man. Social media is detrimental. All right. And based on social media, our culture is they've intertwined our culture with social media, man. And it's a bad name. Our culture now has a bad connotation to it. It used to be our culture was something that everybody from every walk of life, every ethnic group wanted to indulge in. They want, to this day, they still do. Let's not get it twisted. They see our culture, they love it for whatever reason. For whatever reason, they love it. But it's been stigmatized. There's a black eye in our culture, man. And it's going to come back to bite us. But again, I think most of what we don't understand is that our culture has been hijacked, for lack of a better term. It's been hijacked from people outside as well as those inside the culture. It's on and cracking. Again, I'm far from me to get into, to get down to whatever the get downs be, man. Y'all know how I get down. I'm not with none of that, man. But if you pay attention, you see how this shit it's continual. It's just ongoing. And most of it is just redundant, man. It's just the same stuff being filtered, what's the word for it, man? It's just repetitive. It's the same stuff, man. And it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's like they trying to hammer it home. This is y'all culture. This is our culture. And this is the only way we should go about living our culture. This is how we should expose it to the world. This is how we are. That ain't true. That's not true, man. So that being said, I'm saying to the people, y'all got to wake up. All right. Let's wake up and see what's really going on. All right. And then, like I said this last week. And again, I'm the type of guy, I'm gonna say what I need to say as many times as I need to say it. We have people that are adding or contributing to the downfall and demise, of our culture, man. Just pay attention, man. But let's pay attention to the point we not giving them what they want. No likes, no shares, no comments, no subscriptions, none of that. We got to start shutting them out, man. All right, that's it. Let me get into this thing, man. All right. Anthony Fringer, whatever you had up there, brother, is gone now, but I did see it. I want to say hi back, man. I hope you're good, bro. Lorraine, how you doing, sister? Salute to you as well, all right? All right, subscribe to the chat, people. Subscribe, man, share, like, and comment to this get out. We need that, man, so we can get our point across. It needs to be known that there are way more of us with this than people think, And I think that those that think there's really not a following are mistaken. They're hoping that there's no traction. See, because if there's traction, they lose. they lose. So again, we're at war with some of our own people, man. But that's fine. A lot of us know war, and we go to war for some of the right reasons. A lot of us went to war for some of the wrong reasons, but we're in a position now that we know better. We know better, so we do better. We should do better. But again, hey, salute to you, Lorraine Sense. Hopefully everything she said, Bub, my man is finally home. 29 years, 8 months long. You did every day with him. I salute you. Little do people know there are a lot of women, black women, just like you, man, that stick to it. That stick to it, the good and the bad, man. You need to be saluted. Your kudos should come to you to give you your flowers. That's something else. 29 years. Everything that's going on in the world, it takes a strong mind to handle or to last that long. 9 years, 29, 30 years. I'm going to say 30 years, 29 years, 8 months. Hey, brother, whoever you are, and hopefully you start to get into this, get down with us. We love to meet you, man. We love to see the brother, the man that she's promoting, that she loves so much, to say, hey, man, I did this for 29 years with this brother. Hopefully we get to meet you on this get down, bro. And again, man, welcome home. Hey, man, you got one. You better know it. You better know it. And I understand how it is that 29 years, brother, get out, so much. Focus, man. Focus. Focus on the focus, bro. You have a good woman, man. She wouldn't have shared that, man. That's a good woman, man. And again, this thing, man, ain't just about conversation, trying to find solutions to the issues that ail us, our problems. It's also something that's based upon support. So we support you guys, both of you guys, Lorraine, you and your man. We hope the best for you. All right. We hope the very best for you. Now that he's home, elevation, excel, get it in. Cause I know you've been waiting. You got plans. Put them into effect. Put them into effect. You deserve that. And he deserved to be right along with you. You right along with him as y'all build and you grow, and mature together. There's a greater bond y'all have to, cement now that he's home. I'm telling you, it's a greater bond, But sister, you be patient with that brother. Brother, you be patient with that woman. Whatever you did, that 30 years, look at it like this, brother. And it's just an advisement. I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. But all that did, man, is prepared you for this. And you need to be prepared for this because this stuff is wild out here. Please do not lose sight or focus, man, of what's most important. And you should know what that is. I don't have to speak on it. All right. So again, sister, kudos to you. We give you your flowers. You're a strong woman, more like you are needed in our community. More you need to be with men in relationships, getting this thing done, because it's going to take work from couples, work from, pairs, people working together, loved ones, a husband, wife, man, woman, we gonna have to work together to get to what we need to get to in terms of accomplishing those things, our aspirations, our goals, and our dreams. You're not gonna do it by yourself, bro. You have a good woman, man. Now make it happen, homie. And all the best to you, man. So I'm gonna leave that alone, sister. Again, we're happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I might not see you for the next 2 weeks, but I understand. All right. I understand. Whenever you're ready, come on this, get down. Hey, man, we love to have you. And we love to hear about what's going on in your life with your man. And I'm pretty sure it's all good. You guys got work to do. Get to work. All right. So y'all need to send a shout out to Lorraine, man. Lorraine Sense, man. She done stuck it out with this man 30 years. Come on, man. See, that's the type of stuff we don't hammer home about. We don't give that acknowledgement, A lot of sisters, they go in, they don't have the wherewithal. They don't have that patience. They don't have the understanding. Here's one. Here's one. So if anybody want to doubt that, here's one right here, man. And all it takes is one. All right. But I know for a fact, I got a woman just like you, man. Stuck it out with me. you know, and I'm an asshole, or I used to be, you know, so I know I'm fortunate, you know, and I think, see, part of the reason why I'm here is because of her, you know. I get down on this thing, man, it's because of the conversations we have, you know. I feel her energy. I know what she's talking about, you know, and I know it's real spit, you know, and I want her to understand that I hear her. Not only do I hear her, I see her, you know. So what can I do that would help her, give her pleasure, give her, you know, a sense of gratitude, you know, appreciation, you know. I'm in it for that too, just so you know. Hey, man, again, we salute you, sister. That is something else. 30 years. We D-Dog 132, man. Much love back to the guns, man. You already know, Gar. You already know. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Say hello. I see you. I see you. Man, that is something else. I'm still here. Yeah. Whole Street, salutes to the subscriber under the Google Podcast members and all those that speak truth to power. Power to the people as much as power in the people, man. Get it out there, homie. We got to build this thing up. And like I said, it ain't just under the groove, man. We got to start tapping into these brothers, man, who's getting down, these sisters, you know, these grown men and women who see what we see. They feel the pain we feel, man. You know, they're willing to say, okay, I messed up, man, but how do I correct my wrongs, my mistakes? You know, we got to start letting them know we support them. We got to start giving them the likes and the views and the subscriptions. Not these other ones, man. Not these people, man. Y'all know what they're about. They double dealing. They're exploiting us. They're exploiting our issues, man. They're not trying to bring solutions to problems that we have on the daily. And they don't care about that, man. But there are some brothers that do. There's some sisters that do. And they need our support. They need our support, man. So I'm going to shout out right quick, man, to the Inside Story. DP, what's happening, man? Good to see you back up in this thing, man. Milk 74, you said you was going to bring something new. We waiting to see that, bro. We are waiting to see that. We got our shit. We're going to go 7.4 seconds, however many seconds, man. Get our minds right to see what you about to bring new to this. Get down, bro. And believe you me, if you started this and that we all trying to figure out a way to stop, you got to have some gold. You got to have some gems you about to drop that's going to change or help or assist to change this social media thing, man, that's wreaking havoc on everybody's community. Everybody. Coach Zoe, it's another brother, man. Y'all tap in, man. Check him out, man. Pope Mitchell Podcast, he's another one. And then we have Tony of the Foundation Nation, once known as Cartoon. This brother has made a change. He's decided to do something different. He decided to represent, man, not just his heart and feelings, but what he believes in, man. So we got to support that, man. You know, let's see what he brings to the table, man. And hopefully, man, it's constructive. You know, the brother ain't never been negative. I've never seen him in that get down, that space like that. So whatever he decides to do, and the way he's talking, it's about the betterment, not just of himself, but I imagine anybody else he's speaking to via social media. So, hey, man, more power to you, man, Tony. Get it done, homie, and we will support you. You know, we will support you, brother. All right. And then also back on Fig. Let's get them in this, man. You know, because they're not messy, you know, but man, imagine what they can do. You know, there are a lot of us, man, and we got to get to this point where we're speaking truth to power. All right. Where we're trying to bring excellence to the game, man, so it can uplift the people. All right. There that is, man. So yeah, bro. Yeah. Truth to power, man. Power to the people as much as it is in the people. AR Sheriff. Greetings, brother, from Louisville, Kentucky. All right. We got Kentucky in the house, y'all. When I started, I was talking about Donald Trump has enacted a section of federal law called it's Section 740 of the Home Rule Act. And he has employed or put out on the streets federal agents to combat brothers in DC, the District of Columbia, for whatever reason he think is necessary. That's just DC. So look at it like this: DC is just one space that we're in, or we are. Yeah, everything may not be above board. There's always almost certain some issues going on in every city where blacks exist, where we call home. Um, a lot of us are trying to get it together, man. Then a lot of us don't care one way or another. The fact of the matter is, those that care, we don't have a lot of the resources to help our people, to help navigate our people from that road, on that course to another, one that's more, positive, or one that's more productive. We don't have that. They have it, but that's not their interest. Their interest is not to empower black people. Let's just keep 100. This not, especially from the street level, and I mean street level, the the urban areas, the so-called ghettos. Um, their thing has always been the stick or the gun when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. I'm saying all this to say again, man, get ready. I don't care what state of the union you are in. If it's a city in that state, and there are people saying, hey, the crime is too high, da 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 da, they're coming. They are coming. They didn't build Alligator Alcatraz for nothing. It's not there for nothing. It's not there for show. It actually exists to house incorrigibles. What he is labeling, our young brothers and sisters. So y'all got to get ready, man. Let's get ready. It made me think about something though. Earlier today, I was listening to him, give give a statement to the press, and it made me think about the Panthers, man, back in the day. So the Panthers was like, okay, man, hey, YT, yeah, man, whatever, man, but we gonna police our own. We gonna make sure that our people, above board. We don't need y'all to come in and do da 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 da. And as a means to doing that, we gonna exercise our Second Amendment right. The right to bear arms. Man, don't you know? Them people went up in there, man, and hurry up and bought put a law on the books that prohibited. Basically, this is what they did. Don't care how they word it. They put a law in place that prohibited blacks from carrying arms. Not concealed, but outright. In California. All right, I think it was the Milford Act. You know what I'm saying? It was the Milford Bill. But they took the rights from blacks, to arm themselves. But they did it because the Black Panther Party was such a force that they didn't know how to reckon with. What they noticed was a lot of black people were serious about to get down, and they had guns. And they said, oh, wait, whoa. Y'all talking this crap in our streets, one thing, but to do it with guns coming up to our state buildings and all that with guns, nah, we can't have that. We can't have that. And they passed the law, an act, I think it was the Milford Act, in about 67, 68, something like that. And it prohibited, it ended up, affecting everybody basically in California about, open carry, but it stopped it cold. It became a felony, to patrol your own, taking care of your own people with your own means. It became a felony. It became a crime. And what's so shocking about that, if you think about it also, the NRA supported the bill. The NRA. Now go figure. It don't take no rocket scientist to figure this out. The NRA supported the bill. But listen, we have to get it together, man, to the point where we start winning our rights back. Certain rights, man, are inalienable. You cannot, walk over, trample over certain constitutional rights, man. It's just a matter of fighting. But we're not going to be in a position to fight anything they put before us on the state level or the federal level if we don't have our stuff together. All right. We don't have our stuff together in DC. We don't have our stuff together in LA and everything in between, up or down, bro. So it's important we get it together, man, because like I said, they're coming. They're coming. And if y'all don't believe, just keep watching. Keep watching. While you sitting up watching, it's going down. It's going down, man. Michelle Hall say, Lorraine Sense, big ups to you, sis. Much respect. Yeah, that's something to be respected. It's something to be commended. Burnell, how you doing, bro? All right, all right, all right. You know, we look for the intros, and mine ain't got to be the only intro, people. When we come on this Get Down, man, we coming on this Get Down, man, to have a conversation. And I think, man, ain't nothing better than a conversation. One is communication. You know, we can have a conversation. That means we're talking. And, you know, and from that, man, a lot can be learned. A lot can be imparted to other people. We can actually get to the point where, you know, we can agree to disagree. But there's support. There's support. Whether we agree in whole or part, we are talking, we're communicating, and we're agreeing. We're sitting down together, man, trying to figure some stuff out. That's what we're missing in all our communities, every one of them. So, yeah, hey, man, the intro is about the people. And one day, you know, the people going to be able to decide whatever the conversation is. Like today, hey, man, the conversation, Lorraine Sense said she had a man just get out of, you know, he's home now after 29 years and 8 months. That's a conversation, man. That's a conversation, man, that need to be had in support of this sister and this brother who are back together, man. And the brother, 30 years is nothing to sneeze at. This brother's gonna need some support. You know, they don't have groups with, you know, on the streets with brothers. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do. I can't say that they don't or they do. But one thing is for sure, then, if they don't, they need to have these groups where brothers can come and sit down maybe an hour with their woman, man, and start talking about things that are going to be, that they'll be confronted with eventually as a result of being gone so long, man. You know, it's I think it's a culture shock. It's going to be a culture shock for a lot of brothers and sisters after doing 20 years, 25, 30, 40, 50 years locked up. That's a discussion, man, that can go on and on and on and on, man. But it's one that should be had in support of these brothers and sisters who are getting out, in support of the people who waited for them, took care of them, loved them, no matter what. You know, I think that's important, man. That conversation is important to have, and it's important as much to support these couples, these people, man, who are now in this situation. You know, the real fight has just begun. But like I say, for brothers who do that type of time, all that type of time does is really it's there to try to prepare you for this that's out here. And trust me, you're gonna appreciate everything you took in there that was positive to be able to deal with this out here, man, because there's so much negativity, bro. It's a whole lot of negativity, you know. But we wish you guys well, and hey, man, more power to you. You know, let's get it done. JC Senior said, time to let the differences go to the side and combat that mindfully. And combat that mindfully might come sooner than later with his objectives. Salute to you, the groove and platform. Speak the truth. Real spit though, homie. Whatever issues we have, and really, man, I was saying this, man. This is some serious stuff. The differences we think we have, that we have. And that shit is so it's frivol. It's infantile shit, man. You know, it does not deserve the energy, the lives, the time it's getting. You know, it just doesn't, man. You know, whatever differences we have, it's time to put that stuff to the side, man, and start living, man, life. We got to start getting on our game. GAME, man. Because without that, we ain't got no game. See, somebody said we're playing checkers. Other people are playing chess. This is why we're losing. This is why we're losing. And we have no business losing, man, to nobody, not even ourselves. But again, our real issues gonna have they begin with us first. They begin with us first. That's just my opinion. It could be supported by facts, statistics, or whatever. Us first. We have to get to the point where we're correcting our minds, man, through education. We're correcting what we say, and absolutely correcting what we do. Without that, man, hey, man, look, we didn't have brothers and sisters come and say, man, it's a losing battle. We're not going to win. I'm not going to subscribe to that. I still think that, see, when you have brothers, I'm just an example, who are willing to come and say, man, you know what? Nah, this is BS, man. This shit is not cool. It's not cool, man. We made some mistakes. Now it's time to correct these mistakes. When you got that, there's hope. There is hope, man. And I'm telling you, hope is just a thing, man, right? But it becomes in real time a reality where it's not just hope now, it's a discussion. And through the discussion, then it becomes an action. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, man. So look, we got to get in this fight, man. Stop playing checkers, y'all. It's time to play some chess. It's time to get in on the get in. It's time to get down, man. It's time to get in on this get down, man. Without it, yeah, we're lost. All right, Lorraine. She got to be happy, man. It's all get out, man. Full trade to the one-way group. Okay. She said, Hoover Street say social media is the new television. Yeah, so now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I've been paying attention in terms of what they say about social media. Now they're saying, oh, social media is undefeated. Or in some respects, it can't be defeated. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I would, again, that's a subscription I would not apply for. I'm not going for that, man. Anything that was built up can be brought down. That's just the truth, So I don't take social media as this superpower, man, that cannot be knocked down. We have the antidote. We have the thing that'll knock social media as a disease, knock it down, man. We got what it takes to get rid of it. It's us, the people. The people, man, is the remedy. We are the solution to that problem. Trust me on that. Trust me on that one. So we got to get in this get down, y'all. Hey, Lisa Moore, how you doing, sister? Blessings to you as well. Glad to see you in the chat. Did you happen to get the address, the code to the Zoom thing? I hope so. It was in the description last Thursday. So you should be able to get it. And also, speaking of that, I would like to switch the book club get down to Wednesdays. So because I don't think we should have that not necessarily interfering with our Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we shouldn't have both of those things going on. You know what I mean? I think the book club is one thing, because with that we can, sit down and discuss education, which was what we do here, but we could do it more in depth. We can focus on one thing or specifics and just ride that out. You know what I mean? We can actually have content when we're dealing with the book club, and the content is positive. When we're dealing with our lives, again, man, our lives are organic. We don't sit up and plot and plan what we're going to say or how we're going to say it. That's just not something I'm comfortable with. I know how to sit down and write some stuff put some stuff together, but I don't do that. Not on this live, man. This live is something totally different. I think it's more organic, and it needs to stay organic. It needs to just focus on those issues that the people bring up in the chat. The book club, it could serve its own purpose. It don't have to be a part of the chat. So we're going to change that to Wednesdays, same time, same address. For those that don't know, like I said, it's in the description from last week, or it should still be in the description. If not, it will be in the description before the night is over. For those who want to come tomorrow at 6:30 and jump in, man, and we're discussing Know Thyself, the book. You're more than welcome. All right. And that's another process that we have to get up and running. And we just have to get involved, you know. That's another thing we have to involve ourselves in, re-educating ourselves. Because without it, all the stuff we talk about really ain't gonna mean nothing if we're not re-educated. Re-education is gonna bring us back to the right. It's gonna bring us back into the know. It's gonna be our direction, you know. It's gonna be our foundation, man. It's gonna be our foundation. Everything we do is gonna be based upon how well we're educated. So let's just keep that in mind, you guys. Keep that in mind. Again, Lisa Moore, good to see you in the Get Out. Thank you for coming. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you see fit, people. Love to have you guys, man. Thrax Factory, man, you telling all facts, OG. Man, look, the chat speaking facts. And you hear long enough, Thrax, and I don't know if you ever been here before, but I appreciate seeing you now. You stay long enough, you're going to see how involved the chat is, you know. We got people, man, spitting knowledge, man, period, point blank. We all are in the know. We know what's wrong. We all know what's wrong, man. Not just with ourselves, man, but with our community. Ourselves being a part of that, though. You understand? We start making these corrections within first, it's going to spill out. We're going to make corrections. We're going to speak right, truth to power to everything outside after we've spoken it with ourselves first. It'd be hypocritical to sit up and try to speak truth to power to somebody else and you not even mindful of it yourself. But the chat is representative of people who do that. They speak in truth to power about themselves, you know. And so this is why I think it's so special. This is why I think it's organic, man. It's not scripted, man. And we get very few trolls. The police or whoever else might want to throw a wrench in something or distract us. The chat is very active. I appreciate the chat, man. They not playing. They know better than me. Like, oh, hey, that one's a troll, bub. You know, X him out quick, and I will do that. Yeah, man. JC Senior said, which is a shame because the normal everyday doesn't think that way. No, they don't. But again, I think part of the problem when we're talking about how people should think, you know, just how we should use our mental on a daily, man, is by focusing. You know, and we have to focus on those things that affect us, man. That affect us. What affects us? Poverty, crime, disenfranchisement, you know, politics, you know, economics. You know, come on, man. It's a lot. And when we start focusing on these things, we get a greater understanding of how these things work. You know, we want a greater understanding of how them work so that we can get in there and, hey, man, make some changes in our lives and hopefully in the lives of those around us. So that's very important, man. I think, you know, I think that is very important to get in this thing, man, and understand why we're in this thing. Why are we doing this? You know, I know why I come on here every Tuesday and Thursday. You know, I know why. You know, one, I got to atone for a whole lot of shit. Excuse my French. You know, a whole lot, man. I got to speak truth to power to about. You know, but I want to do it in such a way where I'm not glorifying nothing I've done, man, that I know is negative. I don't want to do that. I want to figure out a way, man, to get to the point where, you know, I'm not glorifying nothing, but I'm letting people know, hey, man, this is the mistake I made. And, you know, I can't speak for nobody else, but I can say, man, a whole lot of other brothers, but they can only speak for themselves. You know what I mean? Um, there are a lot of changes I've made in my life, you know, most recent, you know, as well as, you know, in the past. I've been home 9 years, you know, a lot of shit I did 9 years ago, I don't do today, you know. There's some things last week that I had to be mindful. I said, wait a minute, man, let me focus. That ain't cool. It's a whole lot about the podcast. I need to adjust and correct, you know, because it's all inclusive. You know, when I start the podcast, I said that it's all inclusive. You know, a lot of homies, they seen, oh man, we got a podcast. Yeah, we do. But this for everybody, you know, we have to recognize that we are connected. And I'm telling you, there's no greater example of how we're all connected than what happened last week. And I don't even want to speak on it, but I'm going to say this just to make this point. We are connected. We are connected. I don't care what nobody tell y'all. I don't care what set they say they from, whatever. Man, we are connected, man, in more ways than one. We are brothers and sisters, man, by blood, by relation, but you know what I mean? Just hey, man, just by bonds, relationship, and love. We are connected. Proof is there, man. The proof is there. You can't do something to somebody else and not expect that somebody else is going to be impacted by that shit. That's how great the connection with us is. It's just not feasible. It's not. Listen, it doesn't work like that anymore. All our babies, all these young cats, man. No, we're not talking about 6 degrees of separation. We're talking about maybe 1, 2 at the most. A small world. See, that's how connected we are. So when we talking about making changes, we're talking about making changes not just for our community, you know, because I realize our community is connected to all these other communities. No matter what nobody tell us, man, or what nobody tell y'all, man, we are connected. Name a set. Name a community you claim or profess don't like. And there's somebody in there that knows somebody where you not just know, but is related. Is related. So we really got to start thinking, man. We have to start focusing on the bigger picture. And the bigger picture, man, I'm telling you, is bigger than your set. It's bigger than Hoover. You know, it's bigger than all these sets, man, combined. You know, it's us. The issue is us. We've lost our way, y'all. We've lost our way. And a lot of us need to be held accountable. And we hold those accountable, or we should, by having them out and about, you know, speaking truth to power, man, about this connection, about this relationship. This thing go way back, decades from when it first started. You know, it's truth, man. Mess around, man, and you'll hurt your blood brother, blood sister, because you didn't know she was cool with whoop the whoop wham, or he was all right with, and you want to whatever, man, and boom. You get word, man, some third party, third party, whoop the whoop whoop, and now what? Well, man, this stuff is real, y'all, and we got a lot of stuff in the mix to get us to a point. We're not thinking like that, though. We're not worried about that, and we should be. We should be. You know, we got situations where people will insist that we keep the funk going. You know, they insist, and they do that by the redundancy of this BS they put out there. That's what they're doing. They insisting you getting, hey man, don't let no know. They put this character up, that character up, and they have them boom, 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 boom. And it all it does is feed the beast. It feeds the beast, man. It don't contain the beast. It doesn't destroy the beast, annihilate the beast, and nothing. It helps the beast to grow. Help it to metastasize. It gets bigger and bigger. The issue becomes larger and larger. Next thing you know, it's breaking off into different parts. And then before you know it, y'all, ain't no hope for real. But for those of us that want to fight, man, you got to fight the good fight, man. It's time. You fight this fight, especially those of us that was involved in this stuff 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years. Fight this just like we fought when we was representing whatever it was we was representing. The same energy, man, but on a greater level, because the cause is greater. Cause is that much stronger. And all right, I don't want to get caught up on that, man. I want to hear the people, man. You know, but listen, y'all, we in the get down, man, and we got to understand we're in the get down so that we can start addressing it appropriately. We have to start addressing this stuff appropriately, man. So Lorraine said she was going in about her dude. All right, damn straight. I missed the real, and he really is really real as they get. Been with him every day since he got out Thursday. That's how you supposed to be. You supposed to be to him every day for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, he go. In fact, I'm gonna tell you how it worked for me. And because it worked for me, don't mean it necessarily work for you. But everywhere I went, guess what? There may be in a few times I be as she not. There may be in a few times, but everybody that know me and her, if I pulled up without her, I'm getting the third degree. I'm being interrogated. Hey man, where is she? Where? But hey, hold on, it's cool, man. You know that. No, where is she? Yeah. It wasn't no trouble in paradise. You know what I mean? It's just that people, this is what they get used to. And then as a man, I begin to appreciate that. I get clowned every now and then, homies. Like, where's the warden? The warden, she at the institution, you know. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Her presence keep me grounded. It keeps me focused. It keeps me focused. And that's not to say, man, without her, I'm gonna lose focus. I mean, I just know me and my demeanor, especially on some F shit, some fuck shit. Then I'm hey, man, you know. But her being with me everywhere I go is a good thing. That's the other part of me that should never be separate from me, especially after we were separated for so long. You know, so I get what she's saying. From this point, I know you got to go to work because I go to work. While I'm at work, guess what? Break time. What you doing, girl? You know, she at work, call me. What you doing? You know, that's what we do. So even when we're separate, we're together. When we're apart, we're still together. We're on the phone, we chopping it up. We just what we do. If I'm on my way somewhere, I'm calling, hey man, about to pull up right now, da da da. But my point is, man, make it a point, Lorraine, make it a point. You both should to always be together as much as possible. Be together more than you've been apart. You get what I mean? Got a lot of catching up to do. Not catching up in that sense, but a lot of bonding, a lot of special times. Now it's time for these new memories, this new understanding, appreciation for life. Now you got somebody with you, man, and you want to make it all good. Keep them with you. Keep her with you, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's a good look. There you go. Oh, Goldie. Welcome home, bro. Welcome home, bro. Yeah. Welcome home. Poke, what it do, loved one? Salute. Hope everything is everything, man. What's up with it, Al? Good to see you in the get down, man, as always, man. What you got for us? How's that young king doing? Okay, we got Detroit rocking, man. All right. There you go. He said, what's up, big homie? Glad to be here. Love your channel. You definitely spit jewels. He said, man, I was locked up in the feds with big homie. He from the groove. All right, homie. And hopefully you brothers shared all, you know, I think I was saying last week about us, man. A lot of us have this thing, and when we see each other, be on the street, be in the joint, we tend to carry on a certain way, act a certain way. Like we don't see this brother, or if we see him, it's like we sizing him up, or it becomes this challenge. You know what I mean? This thing where I got to compete with you. I was telling somebody, man, when I see brothers, man, and I got to be mindful of my expressions. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to take that. Hey, like, I'm not mad, homie. Hey, brother, how you doing? It could be in the morning, grand rising, man. When we won't. I want to be the person that assures another brother or sister that it's okay to speak, man. It's okay for us to have a conversation, man. It's okay for you to give me something, man. So when I leave, you imparted something to me that's gonna do me some good, man, for the next hour, for the rest of my day. And depending on how strong it was, I'm gonna share that, and it's gonna be with me. You know what I mean? Say, man, anytime we meeting somebody, I don't care where it is, man, we have to get to the point, man, we will address this brother as we would want to be addressed. You know, we want to speak to one another like if it was me speaking to myself. And if I love myself, man, I'm saying, man, I'm gonna smile. Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah. Okay. Hey, we all got them problems. Yeah, man. This is what I do, man. This I heard about this. We could do that. You know what I mean? That's what the greeting does. It opens a door. It facilitates conversation. That's what we lack with each other. Conversation, man. You know? So, hey, man, hey, I appreciate hearing that, man. It's all good, man. And I'm hoping, like I say, you got some jewels along the way, not just from him, man, but from other brothers from wherever. And you start imparting these jewels, these young ones, man. These older brothers too, they need them. These sisters need to know they okay, man. You know, it's okay to speak. Everybody ain't trying to hear. You know, everybody might see something, man, and think that, man, somebody just needs to say, hey, how you doing? You know? But hey, man, that's what's up though, man. Communication, man. Interacting with one another. We to the point we don't even interact with each other, man, because we worried that he might be from somewhere else, or this could be an issue. You know, that's some cold stuff. You know, I go into place, I see brother, I nod. Hey, what's going on, black? That's exactly how I said, what's happening, black? Not what's up, black? You know, nah, what's happening, black? How you doing? You know, come on, man. Be surprised, y'all. All right, Lorraine, now that's TMI, girl. Glad to know you happy though, mama. Glad to know you happy. See, that's what's up, y'all. That's what's up. Brothers and sisters, man. Ain't nothing like us, man, especially when we won. We're on the same page. I know sometimes we might get tired of one another, but shit. Listen, hey man, I love my wife. I ain't gonna lie. And most dudes know I was a fucking idiot. Excuse my language. I was an idiot, but I've always loved my wife to the point where, you know, I'm chiding myself. I'm on myself. Do better, man. Do better. You got a good woman. Do better, man. You know, one of my problems is I don't know how to be affectionate sometimes. Prison did that. You know, it separates us from our emotions. Hoover Joe was just having that discussion with us last week. Prison does that. Trust me. Sometimes I don't know how to be just an affectionate man to the point where I'm just, hey man, and I, you know, not that I'm worried about somebody seeing, oh man, Bub soft, but no. Ain't never had that practice. I ain't, you know, and I knew my baby way before a life sentence. I've been in and out of prison a whole lot of time with her. I never experienced that until now. You know what I mean? Only affection I was showing someone was my mother. You know, and that was love for a mother, for my mom. You know what I'm saying? So there was no limit in terms of my affection for her. This my wife now, you know, and I'm like, okay, man, wait, this baby, this the queen. This is the matriarch, man. You know? And I had to reflect a lot of times, like, damn, man, yeah, prison done a number on me. I be working on my shit. I be working on my shit, you know. To okay, man, a kiss ain't got to be good night or good morning. You know, coming in the door, hey, baby, I made it home. You know, kiss, babe, man. You know, watch something special together. Listen to some music, man. Want to get up and dance, and you know, and you had that kiss with your baby, hug her tight, man. Just all that shit. I do that though. Don't get me wrong. I'm you know, brothers that been to the joint for a long time, I think can relate. You know, I think they can relate. You know, again, man, there's that, you know, that stigma about being, you know, affectionate and emotional. You know, so I'm working on it, man. But bro, you in a good position, man. You know, obviously, it seems to us you with a good woman. Make it happen. Yeah, yeah, I see that, Ray. Yeah. So, um, California you know, like I said, section 740, of the Home Rule Act. With this, no, excuse me, that's with Trump in D.C. The Milford Act. This was passed in, I think, 1967, 68, and it took away the, open carry and concealed carry for some individuals. But they did it, they passed it knowing it would affect more blacks than anybody else. That's why they passed it. That's why they passed it. They wanted to make sure that blacks were not able to exercise certain inalienable rights, as they call them, certain constitutional rights, man. And the Milford Act is one of those that would trample or is really a violation of our constitutional right. Me personally, I would be hard pressed to even have a concealed carry license. You know what I mean? And brothers like me, just based on, but they make it hard for brothers who have no records, who have no violent crimes. They make it very difficult for them to, assume or have this license to do that, but it's not that difficult for them. You know what I mean? Those are facts. But that's not to say a lot of brothers don't have them, but it's I don't care if they do have them. I've seen many a time where brothers who have them open carry, man, they get pulled up on and drew down on immediately in those states that allow open carry as well as concealed. Man, damn your constitution, you black with a gun. We up against a whole lot, y'all. But for those brothers that have them, those sisters that have them, power to you. You know what I mean? That's a good look, and you should always look to bring in and incorporate other brothers and sisters who are able to have them. Take them to these facilities where they can learn. You know what I'm saying? How to carry safely. You know what I'm saying, by the rules. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you, hey man, for you guys who are able to have them, you're gonna need them. This stuff is coming to a head, y'all. It's coming to a head. Kendrick Coleman, sup, bub? All right, keep tapping in from Texas, powering the people, man. Real spit, Kendrick. Real spit, man. Appreciate you up in the get down again. I recognize the name, man. Yes, let's get this man. Let's get this get down, man. You got to be in this get down, y'all. Let's get down in this get down. JR said, thank you, bub. Appreciate what you're doing, and the work you're doing is very important. Much respect. You have my support. So we asking you. So your support for me got to be for the chat. Everybody in this get down, man. And that's the thing, you guys. We got to start recognizing these people. And you guys, man, y'all do it, and y'all do it without me saying it. I watch you guys communicate back and forth with each other all the time. That's the purpose of the chat. The people touching bases with the people, not with me, not with Under the Groove. It's the people. So y'all doing y'all thing, man. I appreciate you guys. And I'm willing to support you guys in any way I can, man. So hey, man, more power to you, brother. Babyface Lokestar, I see you, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you coming up out of Watch, man, hanging out with us, bro. What you got to say for us tonight? Anything positive? Hit us up, man. Put it in the chat, man, if you able. You say just tapping in and showing some love, big dog. We accept that, brother. We'll take that too. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, though. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, folks. Lisa said you didn't get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure, man, that for the Zoom book club get down for tomorrow night, 6:30 is in the chat, man. I'll put it in old chat, so if you can go back, if you have to go back to an old episode to get it, it will be there. I'll have that in there tonight, because like I said, man, again, you guys, look, education. We have to re-educate ourselves in order to be able to fight this fight that we're confronted with now. We can be all ignorant and dumb. Don't mean we're gonna get nowhere. But if you're educated, that's a fight, you're going to want to have. See, education prepare you for these types of fights, these type of wars and battles. You got to be educated. We got to be educated. Without it, they're going to keep running roughshod over us, man. Ron Guard, I don't recall his name, man. He say, man, please keep doing what you're doing, cuz you're doing what's righteous, my brother. Hey, man, you coming in to get down is righteous, and we appreciate you up in here, man. Hopefully, Ron Guard, you come back, and, man, you start opening up, man, having some conversation with us. This organic get down, as long as you're respectful, it's above board, man. Positivity, production, prosperity, posterity, and the people. That right there. That right there. Anything, if it's like that, y'all know what you can do with a hand, right? Anytime you got fingers separate, you can always break them bastards. You can break them. You can't break no finger when it's like that. You just cannot. That's where the power is. Together, when we together. Period, point blank. Gino the Great, 112, what it do, loved one? All right, I see you, Gino. Or you say, man, this baby Gino, man, just push through before I go to work. Peace and blessings to everybody in the chat, man. Deuces, homie. Appreciate you. Then we didn't see you here before, boy. We love it when you come. And then good thing, man, you take care of your responsibilities, man. Got to get it in, man. Get it in, man. Get it in. But stay focused on the focus, loved one. Love having you in to get down, bro. Real spit. Sean Sessions said, what's up with getting a few young homies and look how they feel about our community, or see how they feel about our community. Yeah, I'm listen, man. Like I said, I just had an epiphany last week. I really got to thinking about a lot of stuff, you guys. And I talked to the wife about it. I talked to a couple of heads about it. And I think it's the right thing to do. Like I said, for any of you guys that go way back and watch my first videos, I said from that point to this point, we need to change social media because it's a problem. Not only that, but I said under the groove, it just ain't for overs. And I know a lot of homies ain't, but hey man, this for everybody, homie. That was the plan from the jump. That's the plan from the jump. We have to be all inclusive. We have to be. Like I said, man, we can go up and down Hoover Street, man, and change things, change minds, man, change what positivity should make it, what it should look like, productivity, all these things that matter. But it will not matter if somebody on the outskirts ain't feeling that, ain't on that page, and ain't got it, didn't get the memo. That means then it trickles back. It's cancer. It's cancer. And those who understand cancer knows how it works. You have to excise it. You have to clear it from the body. If not, it'll spread. So I've always said, man, this thing is for the people, man, our communities. Really, we're one community. We ain't got to the real meaning of the word, but, that's the goal. To be a community, bro. And so we cannot be divisive. I can't sit up and say nothing. Like I said, I love my tribe. I love my tribe. I know where I come from, man. I know the history of my tribe. I know what we're capable of if we just focus on the focus. And then not only that, but man, start tapping bases with those we know. Like I say, we so connected. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. It's not like we can't reach other sectors and sections. Because, man, there are brothers and sisters over there ready to. But this thing, man, this thing is for the people, homie. It always has been. And just to get that through, get that point across, I got to make some changes. I'm going to make some changes. I've already said this, so, it's going to happen. But under the groove, it's for the people. It's a podcast, man, that speaks about positivity, productivity, prosperity, posterity. That's the youth, are those who are coming up behind us, and the people, man. The people, man. We talking about power, man. We talking about empowering the community as a whole, not separately, man. That's part of the problem now. Everybody want to be separate. It's so separate. Everybody want to be so separated that even these communities are supposed to be close and tight are becoming separate and separated. Come on, man. So I ain't just been talking, homie, to hear myself talk. I mean what I'm saying, man. And I know I have to be an example. A lot of shit y'all gonna not see in a minute. You know, it's the right thing to do. So if this is what we own, doing the right thing, I got to fall in for. I got to toe the queue too. You know, I got to toe the queue too, man. You know, we're gonna be examples. Then shit, I got to be an example too. You practice what I preach. That's what this is about, you guys. You know, let's be straight up, man. We ain't got to be playing no game. We see enough game playing on social media. We see a lot of double speaking, talking on both sides of your neck, straddling the fences, and we see it, you know, a lot of shit. It be good shit, but it takes away the effectiveness of it when we seem to be biased. You know what I mean? All this, man, I get it. I get it. I don't have to, I know where I'm from. I got dudes, man, from everywhere. I love them. I'm from where they from. Because you got to see that like that. You cannot be with me and something happen to you, or somebody want to do something. Hey, man. So if I'm willing to protect him, that's like me saying, man, I'm where he from today, because you ain't gonna do nothing to him. You know what I mean? Come on, man. And that go for real cats. I don't care what your age, what your experience is. When you solid like that, that's just what it is. But we got to push that beyond that. We got to push it beyond that, man. That's how real it is with me, you know? So, yeah, we have to make these changes, man. And we can't worry about nothing else, man. But whether or not these changes are going to be effective, that's what we should be focused on. I'm not worried about nothing else, man. I'm just not. You know? So, hey, man, there it is. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe, people, if you see fit. All right? Yeah, man. Real spit, man. Sean Sessions, like say, man, everything is everything. Say, what's the deal, man? UTG. Yeah. Under the groove, man. And again, it might have a certain connotation because the word groove to others. But man, I look at it like this, man, what's under your groove, man? You know, and I asked this question to people before. That's a statement. That's a question. What's under your groove? What is it? You know? And then, like I say, if you got issues, okay, what's under how you roll? What's under your hood? Whatever the case. Hey, man, come on, man. What you really about? You know? In a positive sense, what are you really about? What's really under your get down, man? You got to uncover that. Whatever it is, man, bring it up, man. Uncover it, expose it. Especially when it's solid shit, man. It's positive. You know, I was talking to a brother, and he said the realest thing to me, man, and I couldn't do nothing but listen to this brother. Reputable dude off the east side. He said, Bub, a lot of us forgotten, or a lot of homies forgot that Crips or cripping is a destructive thing. That's what he said. And I like I said, I shut the hell up and I listen, but I'm reflecting on what he said. Destructive. It has never been anything other than that. That's what the brother said. And for those who might not agree right now, think about it. It's high time, man. We put a different connotation. I don't care. And that go for Bloods too. You know, come on. But we were being specific because we were in that realm, that element. We were talking amongst, you know, Crips. You know what I mean? Facts. Represented nothing but destruction, bro. What have we built? What have we built? We got people that use that mantle as well as blood, super rich. What have they built? You know, we have to change not just the connotation, but the direction, bro. That's it. You know, if we don't, again, we're going to destroy ourselves. And again, that don't just go for Crips, go for Bloods too. It go for those who are non-affiliate but have this certain destructive mentality or energy. We're gonna do ourselves in. We ain't gonna be able to blame nobody else, man. There's no blame we could pass to anyone else because we're the ones doing it. We're the ones doing that shit. So when that brother talked to me like that, man, like I said, I just sat back and listened, man. You know, it's just some real stuff, you guys. Real stuff. But yeah, homie Sean, I see you and I understand, homie. And you know, I say this quite often enough, man. We're in a real war, real battle, especially with our our people, our young, old, whatever. You know, so that in and of itself is a battle, a war. You know, just to get them to the point where they want to hear, some positivity. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy part is, which one of them don't really want to be positive, want to have something, grow to be something, leave a legacy, you know what I mean? Have their own, you know, but they're still reluctant, you know what I mean? To get involved in the things that would keep them living. So there's a fight right there, bro, And like, again, I don't have a problem with it. I'll see young homies like, what's happening, homie? What you up to? You know, straight up. So yeah, man. Am I pronouncing this right? You're his Jones. Finally saw my mom today. She chilled with me and my fiance. Didn't speak about the groove, but the fact that she likes my mom so speaks volumes that we are all connected. Hmm. Read that again. And this is from it's a brother. You're his Jones. Finally saw my mom today. She chilled with me and my fiance. Didn't speak about the groove, but the fact that she likes my mom speaks volumes that we're all connected. All right. Growth, man. There it is. See, that's something a brother can appreciate. One thing, man, me and my man, my baby, my mama, boy, shoot. My mama turned on me for my wife at the drop of a dime. I mean, real spit. Loved her. Loved her. Loved my wife, man. My wife, and I'm gonna say this, was the only woman my mama loved and respected for me, even when we worked together. She go see my mama. Hey, I ain't had to be there, man. I couldn't even be in the conversation when they talking and chilling, you know. So I was able to appreciate the fact when I came home, my moms and my wife would hang out together and chop it up, would call each other. I couldn't even butt in on the conversations, you know. That's how close they were, you know. So man, you got something there, bro. And you got to build on that, man. Build on it. C1 dead, okay. He said, big love from AU, sir. Right back to you. Right back to you. Sean Sessions says, people ain't trying to hear that though, Big Bub. What specifically? Help me catch up, because we been boy, you know how we do. We get in, man. Break that down for me, Sean. What they not trying to hear. And see, and we've all been there. We've all been there when we ain't trying to hear something because our minds are set on what it's on. you know, whether we know better or not. You know what I mean? Cold part about it, especially when we didn't know better, and the shit landed on top of us like a ton of rocks. We like, oh shit. You know, I think our mission is, in spite of the fact that people don't want to hear certain things, especially when it's solid or right, you know, righteous, positive. It shouldn't stop us from speaking, you know, truth to power. And I've said this, and many have said this before. Yeah, man. Now these are the types of things that are supposed to be redundant. These issues we're supposed to repeat till we out of breath. You know, till we ain't here no more. Just to get to the point, you know, like I say, somebody's gonna get reached. All they gotta do is touch one. That's how that works. Yeah, people not gonna, they ain't trying to hear it. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I got family, man. I got family too. I got nephews and shit. You know, they ain't trying to hear unless I punch on them. And I ain't trying to punch on them. They ain't getting nowhere. I get my shit beat out of me. You know. I think it's just a matter, man, being persistent, man. We just got to go at this, man, no matter what. We got to just keep speaking truth to power, no matter what, man. All right. Now, whether or not brothers and sisters want to come together and get an understanding in order for us to exist beyond existing, in order for us to live life. Because I'm gonna tell you, those of us in this get down right now, we're not living life how we envision or see it, the lives we want. You know, we're not. But in order for that to happen, and it may not happen for a lot of us, but for those who are coming up behind us, we got to keep hammering this shit home. That's the war. That's part of this struggle. Got to keep on speaking that, man, regardless. Because it's going to reach somebody. It's going to reach somebody. You know? We trying to reach that Messiah, man. Those Messiahs. Those gods and goddesses, man, that's going to help us. Because we need them. We need the help bad, you know? So, hey, we just got to keep on, man. But no matter, bro, we got to keep on. Markel Holman, okay, what's up, big homie? What's good, big homie? When you going to get the gangster on here, I know you have some knowledge to impart to the collective. Which gangster you talking about, homie? Hey, Dre gangsters, talk to me, Markel. The homie gangster, 9-4, my guy. Very intelligent brother, too. If that's who you're talking about, yeah, man. I'm going to have to give him a call since you mentioned it. Super tight, man. C1 Dead, man. He said, I just want to let you know it happens here too, sir. Our youth copy y'all. I copy y'all. It's good to see you reform. It's good to see you reform, sir. Yeah, homie. You know, and that's the whole thing. Again, if it's just one that we can, you know, we can touch, that we can inspire, you know, hey man, it's something way bigger than this and better. We're doing our work, man. We're getting done what need to be done. Like you just said, see, I'm like you too. I copied shit. I had no real understanding what that would hold for me in the future. I just thought it was, hey, you know, grew up around it, grew up in it. I did not know what would be waiting for me, man. I didn't. And I say this all the time, man, for a lot of us, and a lot of us can say this. A lot of us, we're shocked to be here. But I'm shocked in such a way, hey, man, I appreciate being here, man, to the point where, okay, man, I need to say what I need to say before my time is up. You know? Before my time is up, man. You know? So they copied us then. Let's see if they copy us now. You know, that's what we would like for them to do. Copy what we're talking about, what we're trying to put down now in this get out. That's what we need them to do now. We need them to copy this. Mimic this, man. You know, this is where our effort should be put now. Because it's the same way we can get people to follow negativity, we can get people, man, to understand how being positive can work for them. How I can help them. So let's work on that, man. Let's not be, we know what it is, man. And I don't know who you are, brother. This is my first time seeing you up in this get down, and you've commented 2-3 times. Appreciate that, bro. Hope to see you more often, man. And not only that, like you're doing now. Come on, man. Come on to this get down, man. It's organic, man. Speak truth to power, man. It gives us something to think about and then something to speak about, man. So you're more than welcome to be here. Appreciate your presence, bro. Appreciate your presence. Lorraine said, man, in fact, she got blood cousins, Mahoover, 30s, 40s, Pyru. We're all connected in some way, people. Emmanuel Young said, OG Bug, community conscious, elevated mind, OG for the people. 100, 100, 100. We all got to be that way, bro. We all have to be that way. Jeremiah Wimley, Beaumont, Texas, tapping in, man. Appreciate that, bro. Sean Sessions, he said, we got to love our community if we want others to love our community. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. And again, like I say, man, that calls for us looking at ourselves and understanding whether or not we love ourselves. Because only we know the truth about self so far. If I don't love me, man, when I see a reflection of me, my reflection in the mirror, and I got a disdain or hate about something about me, that's a problem. That's a problem for somebody else as much as it is for me. So yeah, we got to love ourselves, man. And we have to have love in the community in order for us to be able to spread that, man, and speak to other communities, man, to bring about some love and understanding. I don't disagree with you, bro. You hitting every cylinder, man, with your statements, Sean. That's real spit. Appreciate it. See, one day I say we used to sort out shit over a meal. Tell the truth. A joint, a cigarette. We used to be able to talk it out. We used to be able to talk it out. All right, see you, Chris. Yeah. Generational trauma. Also our influences in prison. Yeah. You are a product of your environment, man. That's true. Big on me, Dez. Okay. How did the beef start with the Hooves and Dimmer Lanes back in the day? You're gonna have to go check out an episode. I had an episode on that a year ago with Cartoon from Nine Deuce. He spoke on that briefly. Go check that episode out, man. It was a year ago, maybe no more than a year and a half ago. And Cartoon, he very energetic brother, older OG, you know what I'm saying? And he spoke on all that, you know what I'm saying? So I can't recite to you what happened. I don't actually recall, but it's in the Get Out, man. It's in one of the episodes from about a year and a half ago. Cartoon, Nine Deuce Hoover. Go check that one out, man. You'll get an understanding better than I can give it to you. Good idea, Sean. And it's something I've thought about. I have all that, I have the material, tools, the camera and all that. I can do that. I actually can do that, and I don't have to worry about, uh, I can do that. I can go over there, and have that conversation anywhere, up and down the H. So yeah, that's something I can do. And I've actually thought about it, you know. I'm not a good cameraman. Well, I don't know. But yeah, have somebody, along with me to record while we had these discussions with the young ones. So yeah, that's something that's planned. I plan to do as well, bro. You already know, C1 Dead. We all been conditioned, man. Al, man, I'm glad to know you're good, bro. King is good as well. That's good to hear, man. In Seattle, man, go and do the thing, man. Go and do the thing, man. Out and about. It's another thing we don't do. We don't get out. We don't get out sometime, man, just to see what's going on somewhere else, just to see what's going on somewhere else, man. This is what we need to start doing as well, man. Our cultures vary. You know, even black culture to some extent, depending on where you go, it varies. You know what I mean? It's still in the same vein, our culture, black people. But there are other cultures that have extracted ingredients or elements from our culture that would be something to see, man, for us. You know what I'm saying? That would be something to see by us, how other people have latched on to our get down and they appreciate, they love it. You know, don't be fooled. They all talk a good one, but they all have some element of our culture in their get down. So I'm just saying, man, it would be a good thing to check that out, man. Get out, man. Get out and about, man. You know, be wise about your get down, though, you know? Be wise about your get down. Hmm. Yeah. 4-5, the left sider. Appreciate that, man. Much respect back to you from tapping in, bro. 4-5, the left sider. Abdullah. Abdullah, man, how you do, bro? I see you in the get down, man. He says, salute to the whole chat and everyone under the groove. From Blue York to the land, much love and respect to all. Salute to all the grooves of full trade to the one way. Salute Big Bub. Salute Big Hog Bub and all the people. All right, man. Appreciate that. And I know the people appreciate you coming in to get down, man. Hopefully everything is everything, man, in Blue York, man. And you brothers is taking care of one another, man. Certain platforms on social media have become the blind leading the blind. We have actual social misfits parading around as if they are celebrities. Education is paramount, man, and comprehension is key. Yeah, there it is there. Education is one thing, but can you comprehend what you're learning? You know, your this education that's trying to be, you know, disposed to you, imparted to you, have to be able to comprehend it, man. You just hit the nail on the head, though, Al. We got a whole lot of fronting. We got a whole lot of fronting. Part of the problem. That's part of the problem. But I'm gonna tell you something too. And but you see it throughout entertainment, not just social media, but certain people, they either want to elect themselves or they've been elected as gatekeepers, so-called gatekeepers, those who control the narrative, the spin, the look, the trend, whatever. Not the people, you know. It's what has been done, you know, in our communities for a long time. They pick who we should follow, listen to, trust, believe, or whatever the case may be. That's not always good. In fact, that's not good. Man in the Mirror. Yeah. Go check that song out. I just listened to that song last night. Man in the Mirror. I'm telling you, more and more of our people are breaking away from the nonsensical negative platforms and are reaching for something with more substance, as we should, bro. It's long overdue. As we should. He said we need more and more platforms with substance. For every UTG and Poke Mitchell podcast, there are 10 BS podcasters. There are 5 or 6 to my one, Pokes, Coach Zoe. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff, man. The inside story, you know, but again, they're there. I really think that the algorithm is designed in such a way that, you know, they keep it not secluded person, not, I don't want to say secluded, but they keep it from the public eye. You know what I mean? It's harder to latch in and tap in on them. It's harder unless something is said in that get out that might be considered by the algorithm as negative, that'll get them up. You know what I mean? Just a quick showing, and then you got to latch, you know, subscribe to see them again, you know, whatever the case may be. But there are a lot of them, bro. There are a lot of them. I mean, for real, there are a lot of them. But like you said, for every lot of them that there are a lot more negative. And that's what we're up against, man. All right, Markel, homie. I hear you, homie. Yeah, you talking about gangster, man. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. Yeah, real spit, man. Yeah, yeah. Real positive brother, too. Real positive brother. Solar tribalism. I swear to God, too, I smile because I love the wordplay on that get down, man. Solar. Okay, hey, man, salute back to you. You know, how's everything on that end? Hopefully, everything is everything, and that being good because you make it so. All right. And grand rising to the people, man. I forgot to mention that. Hopefully, everyone is well and making the day the best they can, man. Making the best of the day as best they can. You say we all migrated from Big Mama's bosom, that Bible Belt, the South, Midwest, and by way of the South. Truth to power, man. My family from the South, well, Oklahoma, you know, in Texas. My wife's family from the South, you know. That's where it come from, you know. Um, but there was some hard, stumped down people, man. You know, they knew what the fight was. You know what I mean? They knew, you know. Now, granted, a lot of brothers escaped that down there and came down here and started acting a fool. Yeah, speak truth to power, 'cause that happened. You know, but for the most part, them brothers and sisters came down here, man, wherever they went, however they spread it out in these United States, they went and got cracking. They was with the get down on their jobs, man. Responsible people, accountable people to their families and to each other. You know, so yeah, man. Yeah, good. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you, Sean. And Sean say you and the cameraman don't necessarily have to go to the set. You can go to Texas, Vegas, Oklahoma, New York, and interview. Young homies depths representing your community. Hmm. Hmm. Appreciate that insight, bro. Yeah, appreciate that. Typo the word deaf. Okay, right. Hmm. Jabarni, positive mindset will keep us moving forward. Yeah, we got to get that positive mind, that mindset, man. We got to lock it in, man. What I say, focus on the focus, you guys. Yeah, man, we got to get to this thing, man. But when we're talking about, like, let's say gun laws in LA, to a large extent, man, it's probably a good thing that they exist for a lot of us. You know what I mean? Just can you imagine? Can you imagine? You know what I mean? Uh, it'd be the Wild Wild West all over again, man, because a lot of us really going on that level, you know, on that plane in terms of our mentalities and what we need to be doing and why we need to be doing it, why we would have a firearm on us. You know what I mean? A lot of us would probably abuse that get out, man. So yeah, again, no wonder that you know it's probably a good thing that it exists at this stage. Yeah. I was thinking about something. It's on a different page, man. I saw something last night. One of my channels, man. It's a positive channel. These brothers and sisters, man. Hold on, let me go find that. And they always on some real stuff, man. They don't be playing. Let me go into my history real quick because it's on there. Boom. All right, get that out of here. Oh, hopefully it was this one. Yeah. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, this is some crazy stuff, man. The Carter family is a good one, also, people. I watched them quite a bit. Boom, that was yesterday. All right, cool. Kirby, no, 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 no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, it had to have been in that one, then. Hate notifications. I swear, I thought I. That's some bullshit. Hold on, people. You guys come on up in that chat, man. What's the name of that thing? That's where I subscribe. I already know this gonna be all day with that. I'm gonna have to find them. Anyway, I'll put that in the Get Down, man. Next time I'm gonna tell y'all about this one channel I found. I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard of it. And these brothers and sisters on this Get Down, they go in on anybody that think they going in on us. They go in. But anyway, the topic was the CPT, and them people over there thinking or saying that they, that they now control all of Compton. And I was like, damn, man, they bold enough to say it, you know. I looked at the whole piece and everything, and then that was one dude talking, but I'm pretty sure that's the sentiment, you know. That's the sentiment over there. Again, but I think a lot that exists, a lot that is happening, or a lot that we're being confronted with have to do with our disunity. How we're not unified, how we act against each other as opposed to others. And so when others see this type of behavior, they're like, oh man, we got them. We got them. I'm telling you, this is a detriment to us, man, because again, I trust what I'm saying. Once we get it together, there's still going to be elements trying to tear us apart, and they'll use means and trickeration, all kind of stuff, man. Create false narratives against brothers to make sure that shit don't be or things don't be the way they need to be. We're in dire straits, man. We're in dire straits, man. Anytime we start seeing people start speaking out against us just openly, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. Anytime that we're willing to trip on one another before we trip on anybody else, even when they tripping on us, that should tell us something. That should tell us something, man. Yeah. Solar Tribalism say LA Aboriginal salute, man. Hey. Solar Tribalism said, okay, session salute. Great champ, great info, bub, my OG. Great info, bub, my OG. This cat been teaching us since the days of the module, 1989 in the 90s. Yeah, you somebody that know. Man, we used to chop it up in there, man. We used to have conversations. Dudes thought we was up in there, man, always talking about some gang stuff. Nah, we wasn't. He said, man, okay, Solar Tribalism said, tell him, bub. Bo P said, you've been schooling us 100. We appreciate you, big homie. Likewise, man. Bo P, my bro, man. No ifs, ands, and buts about that, man. Just straight up, man. That's my guy, man. And I appreciate him introducing me to Pope, man, and you as well. You as well, man. So, it's all love, man, respect. I ain't never told that brother nothing wrong, even when I was a fool. Even when I was a fool, and he was just as much a fool, But I used to talk to the homie like, nah, homie, we got to figure out a way to get out of here, We used to have them conversations, man. And I'm glad he's still with us, man. Deserve to be here, man. Glad he's still with us. Al Thomas say that's true. He said I was in Denver a few weeks ago, and unlike LA, I love to see us actively participating heavily in the workforce. Yeah, what I'm saying? I think that different demographic locations where our people are, they tend they tend to do things differently. Now, that's not to say there's not a whole bunch of BS or funk or whatnot, but I think, man, LA is like a cesspool. You call it what it is, ground zero. And I think that even when you see issues going on in other states and cities and other states, there's still a contingent there that's really about the community, and they struggle with those who want to act foolish like we do here in LA. They struggle against them brothers and them sisters, and they say, hey, man, we'll fight you. We'll fight you. And I believe them. I believe them. And then, hey, like I said, y'all, we got to get ready. We're going to have to fight our people, man, make some changes, in all due respect. In all due respect. Kimberly Mitchell, Hoover, hey, to my real ones, much love. I feel so privileged to listen and see under the groove. But I like to put out there, try to have diligence with yourself and each other, make changes. Okay, so she want to put that out there to us, man. Let's have diligence, not just with others, but with ourselves. Not just with ourselves, but with others. Diligence, people. All right? Diligence. That's some real stuff, man. We want diligence. That's the only way we're going to get some stuff done, man. I got to say, man, that was good. Thank you, Kimberly Mitchell. Diligence is the word for the day. I like that. That's the word for the day. So we just got to make sure I was telling a brother a minute ago, yeah, a lot ain't going to listen, but we still got to put in that work, man. We got to focus on the focus, bro. A lot ain't going to listen, but we go about our work right. We get one. That means something, man. That means something, man. When someone has been saved, that's going to save somebody else. That's how that works. But we have to be diligent. We got to know, man, that we have our work cut out for us. And I've been saying this, man. So thank you, Kimberly, for that word. That is the word of the day. Diligence. I like that. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Sharp spear. Sharp spear, man. All right now. Spear and the shield, man. Now, those who know what that means. It's that spear, man. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, James, man, peace back to you, brother. Like I say, man, and I'm gonna be redundant. I'm gonna as I need to be. Because like I said, man, I know, I understand what's at stake. I understand what's at stake, and that goes for a whole lot of you guys. We know what's at stake. And I'm telling you, what's at stake is not, social media is not worth us, man. Not worth our lives, our energy, man, our time. Everything that we're being confronted with, man, is not worth us. We're so much greater than this, man. I just know this, man. But we have a lot to fight. We have a lot that's before us, man, and we got to, hey, man, you got to stop paying attention, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm just saying something that I know so many of you can say and more articulate than I can. But we have to not pay attention, man, to this BS, man. Real stuff, man. Not pay attention, not just to the BS on social media, but the so-called pundits. The so-called those pundits of the BS who really, man, if you listen to them, they'll tell you they're exploiting us. They don't have a problem exploiting whatever issues we have, whatever ails us, whatever, however degenerate we are, they want to exploit that. These pundits, these people, that should, they are trauma. Our trauma. Man, these people lost their lives, man, and they couldn't wait to exploit that, put that on social media. You're impacting an already impacted family. You know, no integrity, no integrity. And they would tell you, I'm getting the bag. Y'all better start listening to these people, man. When a person is telling you what it is about them, you need to listen, man. They telling you the truth. Hey, man, they are telling you the truth. They telling you what they care about. Period, point blank. They're telling you, hey, what integrity? The bag. They letting you know. You might be subscribing to that. Get out and let something happen to you and yours. The bag. The desire for the bag will expose that trauma, will expose that conflict in your family. How such and such said this about you, said that about you. You fair game too. They will exploit you too. Come on, man. And they'll do it for a month. They'll run that shit for a month, man. Don't care. Because in a month, they'll be able to tell how much they can make off your trauma, off your loss, your pain, your issues. Oh, man. No, man, don't give them the bag, y'all. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. Straight up. Straight up. If they are not willing to get the bag by means of positivity, by means of positivity for the community, for the people, man, they don't deserve it, man. That's just straight up, man. Straight up. Straight up. It made me think about when I was in the streets. I was in a game. Can't tell you how much money went through my hands, man. Couple of homes, Jaguar, had that cool, boom. Shit didn't land. I didn't deserve it. It was built on bullshit. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I ended up with a life sentence. We don't when we carry on in such a way, we don't deserve some things we just don't deserve, man. But especially some things we should not give to people. We should not give those who don't deserve it support, love, likes, subscriptions, the bag. I'm just real stuff, man. See, we got to focus, you guys. I'm telling you, because if we don't, the bag gonna outweigh everything, and the blame is gonna be put on social media. No one's culpable. No one has a responsibility. No one has a responsibility to do right. The bag is all the right they need to do right. Come on, man. Let's get this shit right, man. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, we got to figure this shit out. The Chamber of Commerce. Well, what does the chamber? So we got a question from Los Angeles Aboriginal. Who's this? He asking, what does? I'll get back with you. He's asking, what does the Chamber of Commerce do? He goes on to say they got more influence or power than the mayor. But Jimmy, we talking about money, man. You talking about, you talking about some real shit there. You know, you talking about some real deal shit there, man. Okay, who else said something? What? But your question, Los Angeles Aboriginal asks, I got to look it up. What? But what the Chamber of Commerce do? What does the Chamber of Commerce do? They got more influence power than the mayor. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's probably more than likely it's going to be associated with business leaders, businesses. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. I think. Yeah. These are the people that might be what is considered to be what could be considered as the lifeblood of the economy. You know what I mean? In not the state per se, but the city. You know, that's probably why they might have more pull than the mayor. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But chamber, there. I think there's more than one chamber of commerce. But yeah, the one in L.A. I would guess that it has to do with business leaders and how they sit down, get together, and figure out, economic plans that are viable in terms of um, what what type of business will make what type of money. You know what I mean? And how much money could be generated from this, or certain plans that can be put into place, given and you know how the money is going to be made, how much shit of that nature. We can talk about that too. But today the word for the day is not the Chamber of Commerce, it is diligence. Yeah, but yeah. I'm clowning, but I'm serious. Our times have diligence and do our due diligence on coming together. That's a good one, Kimberly. I agree with that one, bro. Cesspool. Solar Tribalism say cesspool. We move on commerce, import, export, too many systems in Los Angeles. We limited ourselves because of the banging. We all were family. That's why it's solar tribalism. Family feud. Family food. When, Sharp Spear said, you ever read Roll Jordan Roll, The World of Slaves Made by Genovese? I sent it to Hoover Line. Nah, brother. Have I read? No, I have not. I have to admit that. Sharp Spear, you the brother that's tapping in with our line with the books? Salute, brother. Salute. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, homie. That's a good look, man. That is a good look, man. That's some solid stuff right there, bro. Al Thomas said they actively search out the worst of us to exploit. And many of these talking heads, pundits, look like us. I said, hey, man, boy, they go find them, don't they? Then they hire other people to go find them. They hire our own to go find these, whatever you want to call them. These talking heads, these people that not just that they can exploit, but who will help them to exploit us. They don't deserve the bag, man. I'm telling you. And these brothers, they sit up and talk about what they do to brothers. And they telling y'all what they do to brothers. Man, ain't no way, man. No. That's the foulest I ever heard, man, that I hear. It's all about the bag. It's all about the bag and brag about what you got. Da 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 da. But hey. Anyway. Cleveland, man, what it do, loved one? Love and respects, man, to Under the Groove podcast. I love seeing something on the internet that's not a soap opera. Keep the people focused and knowledgeable, bro. We working on it, homie. We trying to focus on the focus. We want this education, and then we want to be able to comprehend what we're learning, man, this education. So we can utilize it, man, because we need to put it to work for real, for real. We need to put it to work. So I hear you, bro. Hey, man, I'm like you, Al. I promise you. I'm to the point where certain podcasts is out. Hey, don't even come on my get down. Now, I was telling y'all last week, I get cats to send me these, these links, and I go in like, oh man, I'll look at the title. I'll go straight to the comments. I want to see what those listeners or subscribers are saying. And I'm telling you, most of them like, man, why are you doing this? Like, hey man, oh man, you foul. And I don't know if those are subscribers per se, but the people up in there, man. The people up in there. People ain't happy about a whole lot of stuff. Not the good old people, but the people, man. The people up in there, get down. Trust me, they up in all of them. My thing is, man, I like to say, man, stay up in them. Just on the comment aspect of it, get them, let them have it. You ain't got to do it but once. Don't go in there too many times, but you gonna let them know, man, we're aware of what's going on. And at some point, we got to just say, man, not look. I had somebody say, man, well, you gotta look at what they doing with it. I said, no, man, I don't. I know what they doing, bro. I ain't gotta go see that to know what they doing. Man, I was in the get down, man, before they even lived. Yeah, come on, man. I ain't got to know none of that. Been there, done that. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, man. None of it. So, I try to make it, again, I don't try to make it a point. I make it a point. That's not even on my feed no more. So I hear what the brother's saying. Exit out my feed. I'm good. Shit is redundant and it's senseless. It's detrimental. It's exploitive. It's selfish. It's a whole lot of stuff that ain't right. And these cats be talking about the bag. The bag. Some of them be straddling the fence the way they be spitting it. Be straddling the fence, man. Yeah, I'm cool though. I'm cool on it. Oh man, that's a good one right there, bro. That's a good one right there. This is LA Aboriginal. He said, thank you. He said, I've been learning and getting ready to apply this law in business. I asked an NAACP guy, and he always avoid business and focus on crime. There it is. They've been usurped. And hey, man, I just got to say that, man. They've been usurped. They cannot focus on helping the people in something positive about business and economics and empowerment, entrepreneurship. No, all their money that they may be receiving got to be focused on crime. It got to be. They will, for no other reason will they get money. Now, and I'm gonna say this for somebody, and that's, there are some programs I'm sure that NAACP support that might be geared towards or based upon, teaching business or something like that, law or whatever, entrepreneurship, things of that nature. It should be, but it's not prevalent. I don't see no ads on YouTube, Facebook, billboards where the NAACP or Urban League is saying, hey, we are doing this for the Black community. Come get these free classes. The government gave us $100 million, and we want to use it. You don't see none of that. So that's why I say what I say. Again, man, it's right in our face, y'all. A lot of these shenanigans are right in our face. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm in the joint, got a cell phone. Man, I can't tell how many times the goon squad, they hit my cell, just regular cell searches, never got caught. Bring dogs in. Because the dogs, they train them to sniff the ion, the battery. So, I had homies doing these searches and stuff, and they like, man, how do you do that? I said, man, one of the best ways to get over on people, man, is to put something right in their face. Put it right in their face, man. They'll never see it, man, if they ain't paying attention. They're too much looking for the obvious. That's what's going on. They put stuff right in our face, man. And we in the state of mind where we're looking for something else. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's why they're able to get away with a lot of this stuff. They put it right in our face. And they make it aware, okay, man, damn, that was all right. That just, he said this, he said that. Straight BS. But the real get down, man, it's right in our face. In terms of how to deal with all this, it's right in our face, man. I BS you not. It's right in our face. I used to do this to police, put it right in their face. Still couldn't see it. The circumstance is different, but if you understand what I'm saying, man, you'll get it. What is being done to our community with the social media, whatever, it's right in our face. However, we have the power, man, to expose it. We all see it, looking right at it. But for whatever reason, it does not exist. It's not really there in our face. I had a cell phone, man, right in their face, literally. As any homie ever been in my cellie, they'll probably come and tell you, I lied to you not. Sometimes, man, the best way to get over people and to trick people and, to deceive people is do some shit right in their face. We got people doing that to us. Putting shit right in our face, and they double speaking. They trying to, it's some foul stuff. In this respect, it's foul stuff. So we have to get this stuff together, y'all. We have to, man. I hear you, bro. I hear you, Solar. And I got to have it doing it because some of the stuff y'all be saying and be like, all right, I know people are in the get down. They see it too. But some of the stuff I want to read, I feel like I need to say it because it's tight. And my story to you guys, I'm not going to tell you what the phone was. I just, but hey, right in their face. But I would never tell you how it was. But this, what we're talking about, we see how it is. We see it. We see it, man. It's right in our face, man. And we looking at this shit all the time. Not doing nothing about it. It's like crazy. But yeah, that said, man, I'm move on. Hey, man, get our souls right, then money and wealth will follow. It'll come. But see, that's another thing too. A lot of us have been led to believe that our wealth is money. That our wealth is money. A lot of us, we've been misled. Again, a lot of stuff is right in our face, but we can't see it because of all the other, distractions that's put before us. Our wealth is each other. Our wealth is our Black family. That's our wealth. And once we understand that, man, money will have it will not be difficult. It won't be a hard thing to get, to acquire. It just won't. See, because when we understand our wealth, man, we understand everything else, man. Everything else will fall into place. But we're led to believe money is everything. And sell out the whole race for a bag. That's what we're led to believe. Bought and paid for, man. Bought and paid for. And we know who these groups are. We know who these people are. Yeah, man. Man, man, man. Man, man, man. All right, man. I see everybody in this get down. I just got me a text message from the wife. I like doing what I do. I swear I like doing that. I'd do it every day if I could. These changes though. Again, I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you. All right. But the changes are in effect. And it's man, it's under the groove, man. You know, and you know, we coming in with the people, man. We coming in with the people, man. All inclusive. All inclusive. No funnies. No funnies, man. That said, man, I hope that what we discussed tonight, man, will stay with some of us, man, so we could share it, start to, research it. Look up the Mulford Act. The Mulford Act, Mulford. That was a bill, a Senate bill, if I'm correct, that was brought about, written by some senator or congressperson named Milford. It was passed in 1969 here in California. It was done only because the Black Panther Party, man, were able to police their own. And actually, there was a saying about it, like, hey, man, um, uh, something to the effect, we these are police stoppers. We had to police the police and make sure wasn't no funny stuff. Anyway, that bill passed, man. And one of the main shocker to that bill was not that they would trample over the Second Amendment, but that the NRA would support that bill. The NRA, people. So y'all go on, man, do what you do. But while you're doing it, man, love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Go have a look at the mirror, man. Look in that mirror. Look at that man or that woman in the mirror, man. And have that talk, man. That's the only way we're going to get to where we need to be, man. Each and every one of us have to have love for ourselves first. You can't love me if you don't love yourself, man. I cannot love any of you if I do not love myself. And that's a struggle. See, the fight we have is huge. It's on many fronts. It's on many fronts. It's just a battle. We're at war with ourselves, man, just in terms of loving who the hell we are and what we look like. Fight many wars, man, on many fronts, man. But we got to get into this get down, man. Let's get down with the get down, y'all. Focus on the focus, man. The focus is us. It's us. I don't care about, right now, I'm talking about us. And anybody that's really down with us, that's with us. And when I mean that, they know black. They say they black. They ain't got to be black, but they know to get down and they with us. I'm for us. I love me, man. Therefore, man, I extend love to you guys, man. All right? Take care of each other. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of the next man or woman that may need you. Real stuff. All right? Under the Groove is signing out. You are, you have been, and you will be under the Groove. You people take care of one another. Peace and blessings. All love. Power is in the people as much as it should go to them. Take care.